Hello, Internet. This is LordMaddog, and I'm coming at you with another tutorial from my meta character creator. This one is going to be on how to add or change the sceneries that are available when you hit E and you come over here and you can see these little things along the side. So today we're going to be adding this little scene to the data table that'll allow us to switch between the scenes right off the bat. So first off, we're going to need to change this setup into a blueprint. So we're just going to copy one of my blueprints already available. So we go into my you want to go meta character, data, blueprints. You want to go scenery, and we want to basically duplicate. We're going to do a bathhouse because we've already got some pieces in there. All right, bathhouse. Actually, we don't want any of the pieces in here. We're just going to delete them all. Delete. All right. Delete all that stuff. We don't need any of it. All right. We're going to add the file, this here. So we're going to go ahead and open up where it's at. This is the base. We're going to grab the base. We're going to grab this, and the water. And we're going to drag and drop it into our bathhouse 1.0. I should probably name it. I'm going to name it gazebo, probably. Yeah. So let's go ahead and actually name that while we're at it. Whoops. Did not mean to do that. We're going to hit Control B to go to where it's at. We're going to name it gazebo. I know it's not a gazebo, but it's the best thing I could figure out about what to call it, and not sure exactly what you would call it. All right, gazebo. Okay. Now, we don't want the top ones to have, or the pillars to have shadows. I was looking at that, and it just kind of ruins it. So we're going to cast shadows. We're going to turn off cast shadows. So there we are. Now, if we look at our gazebo water, is it already in place? Not quite. We need to scale it up. We need to get rid of that. We need to have the water, bath water. Bath water. There we are. We're going to scale it to the proper size. I've already done all the testing with it outside of this, so I know it works. I'm just going to scale it. No, it doesn't clip with anything on the outside. All right, right about there. We're going to take it down just a tad bit so it's no longer available. Can't quite see it through the water there. And there, we are now done setting up our blueprint for the gazebo. Now, the next thing we need to do is in the same place they're at, we need to just duplicate the white, instead of white room, we're going to have, we'll call it, obviously, the gazebo. Gazebo. Okay. And then think that's pretty much what we need to do. We need to delete this old one here. We don't need any of these pieces left of this one. All right. We need to make visible our current data layers. So if we come here, if this is not available, you'll need to come up here to the Windows tools. Windows. It'll be in World Partition Data Layer Outliner. Okay, so I'll make that available. This is the default one right here. All right, we're going to drag our blueprint into place. So we'll Control B and we'll just drag and drop it into the map here. We're going to set it right on top of, right at the top of the middle, line it up. Actually, let's go in details outliners and set 0, 0, and I think about 0, and then we'll pull it up. So it's just above that. There we are. And we'll scale it to 2 times and replace it a little bit again because it makes sure we want it right where we're going, right so the water, not the right underneath the water. There we are. There we are. Okay. Then we're going to come back to our data layers. We're going to add create new data layer asset. We're going to add the gazebo, and then we're going to add selected objects. Where's it at? Add selected actors to the selected data layers. Right there. We're going to make sure it's unloaded. Do not load it initially. And there we are. The gazebo is now set up. We can easily flick it and turn it on and off. And now we just need to set it up so it's recognized in our data tables. So we go blueprint, data tables, scenery, data tables list. We're going to add a new one. Oh, I haven't created a picture for it yet, but we will here in a sec. We're going to want this to be above the white room, I think. We're going to go ahead. Obviously, it's going to be the gazebo. Make sure we save that so we don't lose it. We now need a picture. That's pretty easy. We'll turn it on the gazebo, make it visible, make the base not visible. Try to find a nice flattering position to take a picture from. And we'll down here in the bottom, we'll type 256. Check out the picture. Is that the picture? Which one here? Oh, I had G of it enabled. We don't want G enabled when we take picture. All right, let's see if we can get a better picture angle here. Right there. Try again. Open it up. Where is it at? Right there. Is that a good one? I'm going to make it good enough. So we're going to go ahead and take and rename it to icon scenery gazebo. All right, and we're going to need to copy this to the folder location of our current one. So if we find the white room, we're going to just open in Explorer, show in Explorer. Then we'll just drag the old file right over. Where's it at? Here will be one of these. And we'll drag a gazebo in there. That's not a really good picture. It probably will take extra time to get it to look nice. Now, once it's added in here, it will begin the process. You got to come in here. You got to turn it to UI. You got to go turn it to user interface, and that's everything. Now we just add it to the thingy here. So, actually, we don't open the same folder. Make it easy to find, and then we'll have to actually write the name in. There we go. Okay, save. And I will name actually I need to name that because that does matter. It'll show, this is what the name will show up in here. So we're gonna name it gazebo. I'm not spelling that right, am I? Oh, maybe I am. Okay. Now, since this is no longer unloaded, it's not loaded, we don't need to have that visible. We just turn the visibility of this back on, hit play. Oops. I think I unloaded my base. What's going on here? Yes, I did unload my base. I need to have that active. You always want to have at least one of them active, otherwise they're just going to fall like I just did. Right. So you might want to remove the base. Like this really depends on the type of game you're making. If you're gonna if you're fantasy world, you probably won't want to have any of the current ones I currently have. Well, maybe the arena you might want to have. I don't think you would want to have the bathhouse, and you might not even want the gazebo. So you just remove the things you don't want and add the things you want. So right here, as you see, the gazebo is now, I just clicked on it and it was straight there, easily available. Crater, like maybe if you have a weirdness type thing, having your character create here, or just like in what is it called? Skyrim, you start in a jail. So maybe you want to have a start in the jail. Here, what's going on here? It's taking a few seconds to load because I'm recording. And that is pretty much everything for adding a new scenery area or removing them. If you don't want them there, you can easily just hit the remove the sceneries and come into here and just remove them in here as well. So I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial. If you have, likes, shares, and comments are always welcome. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask in the comments or on my Discord. LordMaddog, signing off.